Hello, Leo, and welcome back to my channel. This is Glamour Spell Tarot, and this is going to be your reading for October 2020. I have been called upon to change a little bit the structure of the readings. So, if so far most of my readings were related to love or maybe to money, this time I'm going to let the universe decide and make sure that the messages you receive are for your highest good. From what I could see so far from the readings I have done, most of them were love related. But I prefer to leave them open ended. Keep in mind that the energies can be interchangeable or vice versa. Also, make sure to take only what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, I'm using the Making Magic deck. We'll pull a few messages from here. So far, they have been extremely accurate and relevant for the readings. And you have a beautiful one. Wishes come true. Rapid achievement of your dreams and wishes. This is absolutely gorgeous, Leo. So you have some wishes coming true this year. Earth. Maybe you have Earth in your chart. And if not, ask the element of Earth for grounding, stability, and strength in times of chaos. This whole year was like filled with times of chaos. And then you have self-confidence, strong self-belief, and a sense of worth. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm loving them. I'm also using the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot. And we are going to pick up a few cards from here as well. And then we are going to move at the table. We are going to get into the explanation of the cards that I'm picking up from this deck. And then we are opening the tarot cards. Wow, two came out. Congo, Mambo, this is the Queen of Water. And then you have the Eight of Congo, Simbi Deleu. A lot of water energy here. Maybe you're dealing with a water sign, or maybe you have strong water in your chart. Wow, this is the third card of water. Five of Congo. Ogun Baklindio. This is a card that represents healing. Healing, yeah, we'll get into it actually. So let's do this. Stay with me. We are moving at the table.
Hey Leo, let's start discussing the cards you have got so far from the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot. So you've got the Congo Mambo. This is the Queen of Water. She is the watery part of water. She reflects and transmits images and occult impressions. She so easily and perfectly she so easily and perfectly reflects all around her that her own image is nearly imperceptible. The Massa are the Loa who probably have a hand in the forming of such a head. As you can see in the card, there is a blue snake wrapped around the Mambo's waist. Water rushes from her hands, and she seems to be enveloped in a flow of water, which takes the form of her hair. She wears a blue dress. The image of the water and the image she presents are mixed and almost inseparable. She has a dreamy and tranquil personality, which tends to express itself poetically. I would add that she has great intuition. From a physical perspective, she is likely to be a woman with black or brown hair with a golden hue and brown or blue eyes. This could be a helpful woman that comes to your aid in order for your wishes to come true. This could be a woman that teaches you how to trust yourself. Let's see, you have a lot of water energy here. Now we have the Eight of Congo, Simbi Delo. Simbi Delo, the water snake, whose green scales cut through clear water. Ripples splash dusty time foundation, releasing possibilities long held in its dry cubicles. Simbidalo, water's grand swimmer, you travel as a stream that winds through the land and cuts through earth's hard rock. The snake of deep waters is able to travel through the deepest layers of being, as the whale, la baleine, uses la sirène as an intermediary to communicate with the surface. So, Simbi the Law whispers her secrets into the ear of the air or Radha Simbi. The Radha Simbi can then bring the knowledge to the mind's conscious attention. There is usually some distortion in the transmission. Think of Chinese whispers. Someone might have told you something, or you are not perceiving, you are trying to trust your intuition, your inner voice, but you are not perceiving the messages clear in a clear form. The path from intellect to the emotion is best traversed not in dry declarative statement, but in wet bubbling meter of riddle. For example, what head has no mouth but still speaks? A drum. A primary attribute of Simbi the law is a tendency towards confusion marked by a sense of rightness or purpose without a firm idea as to how to translate that sense into concrete action. It's like knowing what you have to do, but postponing to take a decision because you don't know how to do something. Correct impulse leading to equivocal action, a sense of the matter at hand which cannot be put into words, a breakdown of communication, falsehood through confusion, not malice. Leo, you might have been experiencing confusion. The sense of a confusing situation mishandled through lack of interpretive effort. You can totally tell that Mercury is retrograde because I cannot speak. I hate when this happens. It's like in those dreams when you want to scream, but then you cannot. It's absolutely horrible. I despise so much Mercury retrograde. Anyway, so then you have the Five of Congo. Ogun Baklindio. This is a card that speaks about healing. Ogun Baklindio is iron, steel, and technology as healer. Disease wears different faces. First, there is the disease that is given by Bon Dieu Bon. In this case, nothing can be done. The disease is laid upon the person as the will of God. Second, there are diseases that emanate from the invisible world. They may be the result of an enchantment or a curse. A healer of the spirits, a mambo or hungan, can be of benefit in this case. A mambo or hungan can intercede with the spirits and can call a spirit down to give its advice in cases of this type of illness. A third type of illness is the result of the alignment of purely natural causes and chance. The element of chance always is present. The healing of Ogun Baklindio is paramount. The aspect of this card is of a determined healer. He is the true healer, an Ogun whose field of battle is the inflamed body of the patient. What you need to think is the determination of the healer, the need and the want to be healed, the combination of hot and cold qualities needed to combat disease. There is trouble, there is worry, there is loss and potential onset of disease, and as a result, the recourse to or the ability to act as a healer. I feel that there is a need to heal your self confidence in order for your wishes to come true. You need to get yourself grounded, and that's why you are. You have been given the element of earth, and with it ask for grounding and stability in times of chaos. I feel that at a certain level you have been going through a tower moment, something that has been extremely disruptive, something that is changing the status quo, and even though this change, yes, disruption is disruption, but sometimes change can be a good element. You have the Ten of Wands. being overworked, maybe a sense of being a workaholic, um, working too much, or carrying a lot of burdens with the hope that celebration is going to be at the other end of the tunnel. Um, I feel that you want to come together with someone into union. You see, you look at this card here, and it's a little bit different than your usual Three of Cups. You have the Two of Cups there, right? That pour into one, coming as one. And then you have the sunflower here. The sunflower is a great symbol of happiness. But in order to achieve this happiness, you have to carry your burdens till the end. However, tens are always about completions. Whatever was burdensome in your life, whatever was difficult, it's about to end. You have carried your cross around in order to be able to come with this person into union. You have been waiting for this offer to happen. This is a stable, this is a grounded offer, this is the stability that you have been asking for. Okay? However, this knight is the knight of pentacles, the knight of rings, this slow energy. By the time he brings this ring, he has taken all of the back roads. He had no map to guide himself. He only guided himself by the sun. The road, the path ahead was difficult. He has been very cautious on how to approach this topic, on how to come with this offer toward you. There have been delays, but he has that ring in hand and now he's ready. There has been confusion. There has been a lot of confusion in the past, not knowing what to choose, not knowing what road to take, not knowing in which direction to go. Is this what I want? Is this what I don't want? Should I go left? Should I go right? Which way is the best way? Maybe thinking about the past, hoping for the best, working for this result to happen, but you understand that there is a need for divine guidance in all of the process. Look at her hands and how she's keeping her fingers crossed. There is a need for divine guidance and hoping that things are gonna turn out, because you guys know no matter how much you work for something, and no matter how much you want something, if that something is not meant to be, and God did not mean it for you to have it, it will never happen. So that's why, with all the work that is being put in this situation, there is also a hope that that, that God, that the divine, is going to, is this what they had planned? There has been a need for an end. Something had to be cut out from one of your lives. You guys need to keep in mind that the energies are interchangeable or vice versa. One of you had to cut something out from your lives in order to make space for something new, make space for something beautiful, in order to have a rebirth. In order for the phoenix to rise from the ashes, first it has to burn. In order for a rebirth to happen, something needs to end. And I feel that the thing that needs to end is the emotional disappointment that you have been dealing with in the past. Now it makes sense why we had here Ogun Baklingio, and why this need for healing. You need to heal past traumas, you need to heal past disappointments, you need to heal all of the elements that turned you numb at one point. You need to move on from this type of energy. You need to move forward. You need to let go of this. Now it's clear why you have the death card there. The sun. If you want happiness, you need to let go of past wounds. You need to heal them. You need to let the scarring process do its thing. and you need to move on. Because you are promised happiness, Leo. This is your card. This is very much your card. You may be dealing with Scorpio here. You're promised happiness. You're promised optimism. There is a vision of the future. There are good things coming your way that God has seen them as part of your destiny, as part of your path. But in order to have access to them, you have to heal. If you have listened to my readings in the past, you know how much I emphasize the process of healing, and that comes from experience, unfortunately. Because only when I healed, or I tried to heal, or I started a process of healing past wounds, this is when my life took a turn for the better. Not that my life was horrible before, but there was a lot of turmoil constantly that I was kind of bottling up, and there's never a solution. Just keep that in mind here. Let's see what else comes up. I feel that this Knight of Rings brings an opportunity, but you need to have strength in the process. This is again your card. You want happiness, you gotta be strong. You gotta fight for your happiness. You gotta fight for that optimism, for that clarity. You have to fight for it. I look at this card and it makes me think of Hamlet, to be or not to be. I'm an English major, so of course it makes me think of Shakespeare. You need strength. You need strength because this offer you are waiting for, there is engagement here. Someone took the reins. I feel that this is very much related to the divine masculine. To me, the Emperor is a divine masculine card. Okay? The divine masculine needed a lot of strength, needed a lot to take the reins of a situation, to stop being wishy-washy, to make a clear decision and go for it, to know what they want in their lives and take it. Life is for taking. They had to gain emotional maturity. They had to deal with their own emotions. They had to go through this maturation process. They had to accept their emotions in order to be able to come with this proposal. But I feel here this is a gorgeous energy. You're gonna be left without words, as I am right now. You're gonna be speechless. You're going to be speechless. This is a beautiful, beautiful proposal. You didn't see it coming. But this person is ready to announce their intentions. What was I saying? This is a divine couple. This is the Empress. Both of you had to go through all the trials and tribulations in order to gain power, in order to be whole on your own, to be your own superheroes in your life, and to come together as equals. The Emperor and the Empress, they are equals. They know what they want, and they have been through pain. I feel that there was decisions that had to be made, cutting something out, becoming more logical, becoming more rational, knowing clearly which one. Maybe at one point you had to cut out the divine masculine. So, and there might have been no communication because I look at this Queen of Swords, look at her sword there. She's decided she cut communication because she realized that until she does that, the divine masculine will never learn a lesson. You know, unfortunately, we don't know what we have until we lose it. And when we lose it, we realize the value of it. We understand the value of it. Three of Rings, two people coming together and working as one. There might have been a third party type of situation, and someone had to make a clear decision of what they want. Someone had to make a clear decision of what they want. You might be dealing with a water sign, you might be dealing with an earth sign, you might be dealing with maybe someone had to cut out the Scorpio from their lives, or maybe an air sign, Aries, Taurus, Cancer. Anyway, it could be anyone at the end of the day. But someone had to cut someone else from their life. If there was a third party type of situation, now third party doesn't necessarily mean someone had to have a wife, a husband, girlfriend, boyfriend. Could have been a toxic relative, could have been a toxic parent, toxic friend. But in order to have this equal give and take, there have to be two people in a relationship and not three. Whoever that third party is. King of Swords, I'm telling you, this is a divine couple. You have the Queen of Swords, you have the King of Swords. These are two people that had not only to handle their emotions, because their emotions have been strong for each other, they felt that they are meant to be together, but they had to accept it at a rational level. And remember the story of Cindy Delot here, where it's not always to transfer logic into emotions, but it's not always easy to transfer emotions into logic. Sometimes our brain refuses the flow of emotions, and we need to accept them. We need to accept them, and we need to have balance between the heart and our thoughts. We need our heart and our mind to see things at unison, in order not to experience heartbreak. Or there could have been a lot of heartbreak in the past. Someone healing that broken heart. Both of these individuals had to heal. Remember Ogun Baklindiu. Both of these individuals had to heal in order to be able to come together and have their absolute happiness. In general, after we experience heartbreak, you know what we say? No, I will never love again. I will never give my heart to anyone. I'm only gonna have fun. That's the energy of this Knight of Wands. So one of you or both of you, after being so heartbroken, has decided to be a playboy, has decided to be a player, decided to be wishy-washy, not to put in emotions. But that's when the universe comes and tells you, like, you know, if you want to make God laugh, you tell him or her about your plans. The Hierophant. The Hierophant. There is a higher level of commitment here coming your way. Your divine partner, and I told you this, there is a proposal, there is an engagement. Your divine partner is ready to take this to the next level, because this is divinely guided. This is divinely guided. This is a card of God. This is a card of faith. This is a card of destiny, of what's meant to be, for you, Leo. This is all I had for you for October 2020. Apologies for getting this reading very much out. I'm actually thinking that starting next month, I will try not to. You guys know that these readings are timeless, so I will try not to assign them for a specific month. Also because my schedule is a little bit all over the place, and then my career has to take lead. But I also don't want to disappoint you guys. So yeah, make sure I would highly appreciate it if you guys drop a comment below. And I would also be very grateful if you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure to keep an eye on the community tab, because that's where I announce when I come live next. Until I see you next time, Leo, love and light.